once he gets to level 6. So they have the burst damage. Early game ganks, it's going to be not the greatest. They can always glimpse somebody into a few spells, but not a whole lot of setup needed otherwise.
Oxygen-rich atmosphere, giant testicle monsters. We'll be fine. Let's party.
So we'll jump right into game number 3 of a best of 3 between Not Today and Infamous. Once again, I am Opinion Engineer. You can find me on Twitter at Opinion Engineer. You can find me on YouTube at An Engineer's Opinion, and on Facebook at An Engineer's Opinion. A bit of a pause came out from the side of Infamous. Invoker needs just a couple minutes here. Looks like he paused himself, then disconnected. Just needs to reconnect to the game quickly. So we'll see King Tekka playing this Lone Druid here. We'll see Schofield playing the Wraith King. We have Jerry on the Skywrath Mage. We have, we're just going to call him Not on the Disruptor. And then we have Blank, so we'll call him Stand-in on this Puck. We have Guru on the Juggernaut. Z-Talk playing this Bat Rider. Greedy on this Invoker, Excel on the Vengeful Spirit, and somewhere there should be a Stinger playing the Tusk. A pretty quiet early game so far. It doesn't look like either team will run into each other. Not Today, pretty much hanging out in their woods. Z-Talk roaming through on the Bat, drops a Deep Ward to see any sort of rotations that are coming through from the jungle or from mid lane.
Until the game starts, Rick. I'm getting my things ready, Morty.
We'll just head to the top ruin to help secure it for this greedy Invoker. Wraith King, he'll actually just walk up into the woods, making sure he doesn't get engaged on right away at level 0. And nothing like that actually going to happen this time around, so it'll be a fairly quiet start. We'll see Stand-in pick up this Bounty Rune on the bottom, and we'll see Greedy pick up the Bounty Rune up top. And we'll see the Lone Druid heading to the off lane. The Wraith King will take up position in the top lane here. He'll be backed up by this Disruptor, and the Skywrath Mage will show up eventually. It looks like Skywrath Mage is going to help the Puck block a little bit in the mid. We'll see how long he sticks around just to throw out as much harass as possible onto this Invoker. He'll take the Arcane Bolt right away, just start spamming those out, trying to get this Invoker to use up a little bit of his regen. We see he only has 2 tangos right now, but he just bought a new stack of tangos, and he's got them flying out to him right now. Puck is ready to go, asking why the pause. See the Invoker eat up his first tango, got those second ones coming out on the Courier right now. He'll be just fine as Jerry does decide to rotate out. And we actually see Wraith King go down underneath the Juggernaut here, just spun down. Not should be able to kill the Juggernaut. He'll try to eat himself out of the trees there. Not going to be successful. That Thunderstrike providing all the vision they need to secure the kill. Creep chasing Stinger here. Doesn't look like they want to dive for this one. So starting off a 1-for-1. Actually 400 gold going the way of the side of Not Today. See the Invoker being dove. Pops a salve in the woods. That'll help keep him alive. He might turn around onto the Puck here. Should be able to get the kill. Fairy Fire comes out. One less right click. Dodges that one with a nice face shift. And then the Jaunt will save him from that last one. like top is going to be the hot zone right now. Another dive onto this Wraith King. They'll easily be able to kill him up again here with the Vengeful Spirit missile. Unfortunately, they will trade away the Tusk. Jerry trying to chase for more, throws out the Arcane Bolts onto the Jug, won't be able to point finish him off. Fairly action-packed game so far. We're at 4 kills in 2 minutes. Even up so far. We'll check the early graphs. Yeah, basically even. Continuing to dive up top here, we'll see Jerry move forward onto the Vengeful Spirit, who is out of mana, has 1 wand charge. Looks like instead they'll go for the Juggernaut, who doesn't have the mana for a spin. 1 more Arcane Bolt will finish him off. Pops the Fairy Fire, 1 last right click from the Wraith King will finish him off. Has the mana for another Race Stun. They'll throw it out onto the Vengeful Spirit. Should be the death of the Vengeful Spirit. Already popped his sticks. And that's a quick 2 for Neil, going the way of Not Today. Finally getting the better of the trades in the top lane. And we'll see about 600 gold going their way. Invoker fairly low up against this puck here, but he's quickly turning this around. No phase shift up for another couple seconds. He'll slowly sip off this bottle, trying to heal back up. Puck will find a really lucky regen rune on the top here. That'll help him heal back up. Disruptor about to go down to the Tusk. Tusk diving underneath this tower. Unfortunately, Disruptor is a lot faster as he has the boots, but Snowball Forward will finish off the Disruptor. Wraith King will move in. Should be able to finish off this Tuck fairly easily. Has a Mango if he wants to pop that. He could try to shard block out the Wraith King. Wraith King kind of running around the woods here. He'll TP in. Needs 1 right click. Not able to land it before the Tusk can TP out in the woods. Invoker, Cold Snap up on this puck. Vengeful Spirit rotating in will land that 1 last magic missile, and that'll be the death of the puck. Jerry now throwing out the Arcane Bolts on the Vengeful Spirit, trying to turn this around. Puck not up for another 10 seconds. Disruptor rotating through. Vengeful Spirit picks up the boots. He'll be ready to continue the fight here. So far, 4 minutes in, 4 for 4. Disruptor getting gone on. Ancient Seal up. Arcane Bolts rolling out. Have the Glimpse ready to go on the Spat Rider. Probably won't even need it to get the kill. If they pop the Glimpse now, he'll come right back next to Jerry. And 1 last right click from the Skywrath Mage will be the death of the Bat Rider. Hasted up Disruptor running in. Won't find anything, but does get himself away home and free. So in the end, we see about another 600 gold going the way of Not Today.
Ooh, dire. You gotta fortify them, their structures. Good work.
Jerry rotating his way back through. They'll try to make a go onto this Tusk, who has full health, full mana. Juggernaut just pushing on the top tier 1 the best he can while the Wraith King's in the woods farming. Arcane Bolts being thrown out onto Tusk, just trying to keep him low. We'll see the Disruptor TP in a moment, I'd imagine. Just working on healing up right now. His TP's ready to go. We'll see him TP. He can try to TP as far forward as he can and catch the Disruptor with a glimpse, but the Disruptor can always just spin that away. The Tusk is going to be the much easier target in this case. Looks like the Disruptor will just walk it up here. Puck making a bit of a dive onto the Invoker, just chasing him back. Not really able to kill the Invoker until he gets that Dream Coil up. We'll see the Disruptor TP up towards the top lane now. Now that the spin is down, this is an easy kill onto the Juggernaut. If they need to pop the Glimpse, they won't actually need to pop it. They'll use the Arcane Bolt. Glimpse ready to go. They can Glimpse back this Tusk if they need to. Won't need to Glimpse the Tusk just yet. Long range magic missile comes out from the Vengeful Spirit, trying to hunt down this Skywrath Mage. Flows out an Arcane Bolt. Will pop the concussive shot. Vengeful Spirit hunting for the Skywrath in the woods here, not able to find him, and that's a 3 for 0 going the way of Not Today in the top lane. And we're at a 4 for 8 in the mid. Invoker trying to get a return onto Puck here. Won't make it happen. He'll just jaunt right on out. And so that's about 1,200 gold going the way of Not Today after that quick engagement. 4 for 8 across the board right now. Snowball forward by the Tusk. They'll miss the Puck. He'll land the MP, drops the Dream Coil, trying to buy himself as much time. Disruptor, of course, does not have his little 6-up. Puck out of mana. No stick charges, a couple bottle charges. They'll see if they can turn this around onto the Tusk. Won't be able to. They'll make a go for the Disruptor. TP coming in from the Skywrath Mage. Should be able to catch the Disruptor. Throw the concussive shot out towards the Tusk. They'll try to snowball up the Tusk to save himself. Have the Glimpse. Not up. Needs magic wand charge. See, the Arcane Bolt will be able to finish off the Tusk at 2 for 0 going the way of Not Today after that double kill going the way of the Puck.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Juggernaut continues to push as best he can in the top lane here. Wraith King will TP in, chase him away. Puck TP's home to heal back up. Batrider in the bottom lane, trying to slow down this Lone Druid as much as possible. We'll check the early graphs, and we're at about 3,000 in advantage of Not Today at 7 minutes in. A pretty respectable lead this early, but a couple towers can turn this around fairly fast. Scarth Mage down in the bottom lane trying to make a go. Nice root comes out onto the Batrider. It's a dead Batrider. He will send the bear home. Vengeful Spirit jumps out of the woods trying to make a go onto this Lone Druid. Should be able to clean off the Lone Druid. Savage Roar comes out. That'll be a saved Lone Druid and a dead Vengeful Spirit. Glimpse comes out onto the Tusk. Snowball to cancel that one off. Another Arcane Bolt, doesn't have the mana, won't be able to finish him off quite yet. Bear will move in, just barely misses it. Mana came up for the Thunderstrike, and that's a dead Tusk. Up top, Puck is able to finish off, or sorry, in the mid, Puck is able to finish off the Invoker. I imagine Dream Coil came up. Nope. Let me try to turn off spectator chat. It keeps turning on. So this game, full of engagement so far. It's been just a non-stop game. We'll see Wraith King being dove by the Juggernaut. Has the Omni Slash ready to go. Could make a go on this right now. It doesn't have the Reincarnation up. Smoke up from the side of Infamous. They'll head up here, try to catch whoever they can. Lone Druid up to 1,400 gold, just 150 away from his Hand of Midas. Wraith King about to die as soon as these smoked up heroes show up. It doesn't have the Reincarnation, won't skill it up before he goes down. Actually skills it up just as he dies, unfortunately not in time. Should be able to get a turnaround kill on the Juggernaut here if they're lucky. Scarth Mage misses his ult. Juggernaut will pop the Omni Slash to keep himself alive. Puck will have to just back out. That's a 2 for Neil going the way of Infamous. Juggernaut will TP home, and with that, that's 1,500 gold going the way of Infamous and a turnaround tower. That'll even things up. And now we see the Blink Dagger come up from the Batrider after those couple kills. Those two big streaks going the way of Tusk and Juggernaut. So that'll help them recover a little bit here. We see 1,500 gold up on this Juggernaut now. Hand of Midas now completed for the Lone Druid. Should be on the Spirit Bear. Nope. There it is. So Spirit Bear has the Hand of Midas now. His farm will continue to accelerate. Puck leading the board right now at 4,800 ahead of this Juggernaut. Batrider's going to have just blank boots, a smoke, and a blink dagger with his 3,000 gold there. They'll hopefully get a nice kill with the reveal of the blink dagger. Probably try to target the Lone Druid or the Puck. Lone Druid will probably be hiding in the woods though, so we'll have a little bit of a rough time trying to find him. In the bottom here, Jerry makes a go on to Tusk. Wand charges come out. He'll pop the ultimate. Dodges most of the damage from the ultimate. Needs another Arcane Orb to finish this off. Vengeful Spirit will throw out the stun and buy him a little bit of time. Puck moving in. Shouldn't have a problem picking out the Tusk. However, Tusk is hiding in the woods. Won't find him. Disruptor now in the area. We'll see the Batrider reveal the blink lasso onto the Puck, followed up by a nice magic missile. Make sure they don't stack those disables up too much. And that's a dead Tusk. Dead Puck. These people all have two similar names, and we'll see another 900 gold going the way of Infamous after that. And that'll probably bring us almost back to even. When it finishes updating, that'll be about 1,700 gold advantage for Not Today. Lone Druid still number one, only 200 ahead of this Juggernaut. If they're able to take out this bottom tier 1 tower, that'll put the Juggernaut ahead. Unless the Juggernaut goes down to the Arcane Bolt here. Glimpse back from the Juggernaut, might be able to survive, needs to pop his wand, and then he can throw out the Omni Slash. He throws out the Omni Slash, not able to kill off the Disruptor, however. Dream Coil will come out from the Puck, and that'll be a dead Juggernaut. Lone Druid here giving chase onto the Vengeful Spirit. Concussive Shot comes on the Venge to slow him down just a little bit. Scarth Mage not able to get an ult out before he goes down. The EMP Tornado will finish him off. Invoker will come in, finish off the Puck before the Puck can go down. Wraithfire Blast comes out from the Wraith King. Kills off the Tusk. So far we're at a 3 for 2 going the way of Infamous. Zetok will just continue to throw out the Sticky Napalms. Doesn't have a wand, so He'll be out of mana, won't be able to go for a lasso play in a couple seconds. Wraith King, 700 gold, power treads, mango. We'll see what he wants to go for next. Could go for the blink dagger, could go for like a maelstrom. Is a fairly common item on the Wraith King, just needs a little bit of a farming item. Oh, you either go for a Wraith King, you can go for a Wraith King. You can go for the Iron Talon if you want. That's a nice easy farming item. He'll just go for the bracer for right now, probably working towards drums, I would expect. Vengeful Spirit groups up. They have a smoke on the courier. We'll see if they want to pop it. Disruptor moving in signals that Disruptor and Wraith King should group up. We see a smoke coming out from inside of Infamous. They're going to run right into the Disruptor and blow him up before he's able to accomplish much. We see the Firefly up from the Batrider. He's going to spot the Disruptor in just a second. Make a play for the Wraith King. Has his ult down and out of mana, so won't be able to use it anyway. Wraith King about to go down. That's a snowball forward onto the Skywrath Mage. A quick 2-for-0 going the way of Infamous. A very successful smoke play. And we'll see with that, Batrider just about 900 gold away from finishing off his Force Staff.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
1600 gold up on the Lone Druid. Just working towards that Radiance. Puck, 1600 gold, 600 gold away from completing that Blink Dagger. Could go for the Yule Scepter instead. We'll see what he wants. Invoker, not actually the Exort build, but does go for the Hand of Midas. Don't normally see the Hand of Midas come up for a Quas Wex Invoker, but they figure they're a little bit behind and they know this game's going to go late, so he'll take the Hand of Midas now while he has that extra gold from that double kill he just got. 1700 gold up now for the Puck. Tusks has the Arcane Boots, Earnest Shadows. Nothing really else on him right now. Wraith King hunting in the woods here. He'll see the Batrider Firefly and just turn himself around. Doesn't know the Batrider's actually out of mana right now. Otherwise he might try to make a play for that. Smoke up from Skywrath Mage and Disruptor. They'll come through the mid lane here and try to catch the Tusk. Pops the Snowball right now. Won't be able to use that to get away. We'll see the Concussive Shot and Arcane Bolt along with the Ancient Seal come out from the Tusk. And when those last right clicks finally land, that will be a dead Tusk. Frozen Sigil does make it out. See the Wraith King TP down to the bottom. He can throw out the Deny on this tier 2 tower. See the MP come out from the Invoker. Should be a nice easy kill for the Invoker onto this Wraith King who just TP'd in. Has the Mango, pops it, trying to keep himself alive as long as possible. Now has a bottle. See the Disruption come out, or sorry, the Static Storm come out from the Disruptor into a nice glimpse. That's a nice easy kill for the Skywrath Mage, who is going for a Veil of Discord. The double Road of the Magi just has all sorts of just trying to get as much damage out of that Arcane Bolt as possible right now. There's the Veil completed. Batrider should have a Force Staff recipe flying out to him right now. Juggernaut, 1000 gold up, and a Yasha. Probably going for a mana style first. I think you can mana off that Disruption, so that's a nice counter to the Disruptor. 2800 gold up on this Lone Druid, about to run into a Smoke Juggernaut with Omni Slash up. He'll need to play this one a little bit carefully. This will be a dead Lone Druid. Snowball forward by the Tusk. I'll see how much help arrives. Unfortunately, the Omni Slash did not kill the Lone Druid. He'll pop the Savage Reward to turn around the side of Infamous, and now his team arrives. He actually runs back into this fight for only 280 HP, trying to keep close enough for the bear to keep hitting. Almost cost him his life. Vengeful Spirit not quite able to finish him off. Has a magic missile, won't get it off in time. That's a 2-for-0 going the way of Infamous. We see a glimpse back by the Batrider. Wraith Fire Blast comes out from the Wraith King. This will be a dead Batrider once this Arcane Bolt finally connects. So a 3-for-0 going the way of Not Today after a failed Smoke Gate onto this Lone Druid. And that puts him 300 gold closer to that Sacred Relic for his Radiance. And that'll be 2,000 gold going the way of Not Today. With that, game will be about 1,000 gold in advantage of Not Today. Probably update a little bit more. Falando. I don't know what Falando means, but they're having some sort of issues over on the side of Not Today. Sumos. So maybe his mouse died. Falando. Let's look up. Translate. His mouse is failing. Alright, hopefully he's got a backup mouse ready to go. Gonna have a bit of troubles if his mouse dies. Alright, got the backup mouse ready to go. We'll jump right back into this.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Sammy from ProDota asking them to please speak English. Don't really need to. You don't need to talk in the chat, please.
Radiant's middle tower is destroyed.
Wraith King completes the Drums of Endurance. That'll keep him alive a little bit longer. Almost has that precious level 11, which really cuts down on that reincarnation time. So the drums early gives him a little bit more mana to survive, and then sitting on that mango gets him almost all the mana he needs for the reincarnation. Just needs to be sitting on at least 10 mana extra when he pops the mango. Juggernaut pushing forward in the mid lane here. We'll see if Not Today want to make a play onto this. See the Disruptor TP in. They need to go now if they want to stop this. Disruptor will be able to finish off the tower. But the deny comes out from the Wraith King, throws the Wraithfire Blast over onto the Juggernaut. Nobody else here to help just yet. Sacred Relic up on the Spirit Bear. Doesn't look like Infamous wants to take this fight. We'll see a Hand of Midas come out from the puck. Knowing this game's probably going to go late.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Just 1,000 gold away from completing the Radiance on the Lone Druid. Blink Force plus 500 gold on the Batrider. Tusk, Arcane Boots, and an Urn. Invoker working towards an Orchid. Glimpse comes out from the Batrider into a Static Storm. There should be a dead Batrider. The swap will come out from the Vengeful Spirit trying to save the Batrider. Batrider will force himself away, pop the Dream Coil stun. Won't actually go down to that. 2 dead on the side of Not Today so far. Snowball comes out, saving the Juggernaut for now. 3-0 going the way of Infamous after the, or 3-1 going the way of Infamous. Batrider won't go down to the Disruptor. That'll be 4-1 going the way of Infamous. A successful gank that time. We'll see the Mana Style come out from the Juggernaut. This will be a dead tier 2. We'll see if they look to push this high ground, or if they might go for the Roshan after this. They could probably do it with the Healing Ward.
Dyer's middle tower, it's gone. Dyer's top tower is under
And
attack.
that is 2,300 gold going the way of Infamous. So it's been pretty back and forth. When the graph updates, it'll probably be about 2,000 gold in the favor of Infamous. We'll see them rotate up to the top, just continue with objectives. Can't quite do that Roshan yet. They really need a Medallion probably up on this Vengeful Spirit to have enough minus armor for Juggernaut to beat him down. Orchid comes out for the Invoker. This next team fight's going to go the way of Infamous again if they can get the drop. Ancient Seal plus a Static Storm and the Skywrath Mage Ult will finish off the Juggernaut quickly. Puck goes down in the back of that fight, however, thanks to that nice lasso. We'll see the Tusk drop in just a second as soon as the Arcane Bolt catches up to him. Glimpse comes out onto the dead body of the Tusk. We'll see the Juggernaut throw the Wraithfire Blast towards the Batrider. Unfortunately, he's able to blink away. Swap comes out from Vengeful Spirit. Just trying to buy as much time as possible to make sure that Batrider can actually successfully get away. So we have a dead Vengeful Spirit. Invoker moving in. Ghostwalk up. He'll catch a Skywrath Mage who's able to finish off the Batrider in the back lines there. Glimpse comes out onto Invoker. I don't know if they have any detection. Ghostwalk not up for another 15 seconds, however. Wraith King should be able to finish this off. Drum charges come out from the Wraith King, still trying to give chase. They'll give up on this one as the Juggernaut's about to respawn. He can always TP into this fight and quickly turn it. That'll be 1,700 gold going the way of Not Today after that team fight. It turned out to be a 4-4-2. Puck has the Hand of Midas completed. Voidstone now, he'll be going for a Yule Scepter. Wraith King sitting on 700 gold. There's the Radiance completed for the Spirit Bear, or for the Lone Druid. Disruptor sitting on 1,300 gold. We'll see what he wants to go for first. Has the Tranquil Boots completed. Could always use a little bit of mana to help keep him in the fight. He could rush that Ags. But likely we'll go for like a Force Staff or a Glimmer Cape maybe. Roshan slowly being worked on by the side of Infamous. Alacrity up on this Juggernaut. Ripping through it fairly fast. See the Blade of Alacrity actually come out on the Juggernaut now. Either going to be a Diffusal or an SNY. Probably an SNY. See the Puck make just a TP back there. Batrider will bump forward with his blink. Won't be able to catch the Batrider, or sorry, the Puck. Flame Break lands on the wrong side of the Puck for that engagement. Skywrath Mage, Staff of Wizardry up, Veil of Discord. He can really dish out the damage if they're able to catch somebody and lock him into that ultimate for just a little bit. Disruptor sitting on 1,500 gold. We'll see what he wants to go for. Yule Scepter continuing to be worked on by the Puck. Just missing the Staff of Wizardry right now. He'll have it in 500 gold. Spirit Bearer really deep. Was trying to cut the wave with the Radiance, I'd imagine. That just feeds 300 gold away of Infamous. We'll check the graphs. About 1,000 gold in advantage of Infamous right now. Fairly close game.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Puck missing
I'll take that as
the Sage's Mask, I believe, from that Yule Scepter. Lasso comes up on the Spirit Bear. This will be another dead Spirit Bear. Juggernaut will come in and finish that off. Without a Spirit Bear for another minute, Lone Druid's farm is rapidly going to drop off with that kill. And it is a Diffusal for the Juggernaut. Well, that'll help him deal with this Wraith King. Pretty hard counter to him, since you need that mana for your key item or key spell to come out. That reincarnation. Invoker picks off the Puck in the bottom lane. Jerry and the Disruptor hunting the Invoker. They glimpse him back into the Static Storm, and the Mystic Flare just instantly destroys the Invoker. And that's a large sum of gold going away to the Skywrath Mage. He can complete his Force Staff or whatever he was looking to finish up. However, Invoker was just buying time in the bottom lane for the Juggernaut to continue to push in the top. Has the tier 3 tower dead, working on the melee racks. He'll instantly make a go onto the Wraith King. Gets him down to 100 HP. He'll die before they can actually get rid of his mana. Omni Slash comes out from the Juggernaut. 2 dead so far from the side of Not Today. Skywrath Mage buys back. Juggernaut currently surrounded. Spirit Bear rushing forward. That gets the root onto the Vengeful Spirit. This will be a dead Vengeful Spirit in a minute when the Radiance continues to tick him down. Wraith King will die for a second time. Juggernaut about to go down. 4 is just as Aegis though. They might be able to surround him for a second kill. Skirmishes Mage has the Ancient Seal up in a couple seconds. They'll drop the Mystic Flare on the Juggernaut. That's a dead Juggernaut. So a team wipe going the way of Not Today for a buyback and 2 kills. So we'll see about 1100 gold going the way of Not Today after that one. End up with only half damage on the ranged racks up top. After that fight, Invoker will complete his Aghanim Scepter.
Oh, jeez, bro. Radiant's bottom
And
tower.
Tusk will
Got to
deny the bottom tier 1 tower. Smoke up from the side of Not Today. Go hunting in the woods. Might run into the Disruptor here. Or sorry, the Invoker. Boy, my voice is really having a tough time today. They'll find the puck here. Self-Yules up. Trying to buy as much time as possible. Disruptor not able to get that Static Storm off before the Invoker can really make a play onto him there. They'll glimpse him back into the Static Storm. No Mystic Flare out just yet. The Arcane Orb will be enough to finish him off with the Puck coming in. Tusk moves in. Puck drops the Dream Coil. Self-Yules. He'll go down to the Batrider and Tusk in just a moment here. Actually, who will orb himself way down into the woods. He'll TP home and be just fine. Oh, 1-for-1 coming out. Trade the Disruptor for the Invoker. They'll take that every day. Juggernaut running forward onto this bottom tier 2. Has the creeps here to support him. Missing the Disruptor, but the Static Storm is down, so won't really be able to contribute much anyway. Don't have the Dream Coil for another 40 seconds. They're lacking a little bit of damage. Wraith King doesn't have his Reincarnation for another 15 seconds. So they really need you to just buy time, which they will. $1,500 gold up on this Lone Druid now. Has the Hyperstone, probably going for an Assault Cuirass. Could always be going for that Molamir and just going for the Hyperstone first. Looks like the Skirmishes Mage will go for the Rod of Atos. Give him plenty of slow to help catch people in the Mystic Flare. And also it gives him a healthy chunk of mana. Smoke being flown out by the courier right now, I'd imagine. Nope, it's a TP scroll. Not sure why everybody grouped up right here. Trying to buy a little bit of time. Puck will spot out the Invoker. They'll all rotate around. Puck will drop the Dream Coil onto the Invoker, trying to buy as much time as possible for the rest of the team to arrive. Static Storm will come out, followed up by the Ancient Steel Concussive Shot. That's a nice easy kill on the Invoker. Doesn't have the buyback, was able to buy out before he died. We'll see if Not Today can turn this into any sort of engagement, or sorry, any sort of objective. And that'll be about 1,200 gold going the way of Not Today. Juggernaut number 1 on the net worth board. 13,000 gold. Diffusal, Mana Style, working towards that BKB. Invoker also going for a BKB, I'd imagine. And then we have the Lone Druid and Puck. Lone Druid still at 2,400 gold. We'll see what he wants to grab. Puck has a Yule Scepter plus another 3,000 gold. I'd imagine he's going to buy a Sheep Stick in just a second. Wraith King, point booster, probably going for an Aghanim Scepter. That's really just a really annoying spell. It'll keep him alive a little longer. Let him throw out one more stun after they do focus him down. So can't really complain about that. Puck bought something. He bought a Blink Dagger, it appears. Wanted that a little bit of initiation. Sick of that Invoker and Batrider getting away from him. That Blink Dagger will certainly help secure that. And I'll give him a nice Blink Dream Coil. Orb forward. Might have spotted out the Batrider on the start of the woods there. The shards will definitely reveal the fact that the Tusk is there. BKB now completed for the Juggernaut. Lone Druid Bear just continues to farm. Plate Mail sitting on the Lone Druid. This will be an Assault Cuirass. Scarith Mage, 300 gold short of that point booster. It's a point booster, is it a whatever it's called? Vitality booster to complete his Rod of Atos. Oh, that was the wrong button. Just a second there. Sorry about that, folks. We'll be right back in the game here. Didn't miss anything. Alright. So Roshan is up again. We'll see Infamous head right on into the Roche Pit, working through this fairly quickly with this help of the Alacrity coming out from the Juggernaut. Doesn't look like anybody from Not Today is going to come down and attempt to stop this. They'll just let it happen.
Just delivered a bunch of goodies to the Radiant.
So a free Roche going the way of Infamous. We'll check the graphs here. About 2,000 gold going the way of Infamous right now. They should be able to take out a tier 2, and we'll see if they attempt to push high ground. Batrider will TP into the bottom lane. Puck is right there, though, with that Blink Dagger. It should be a nice, easy kill for him, and he'll gain a gem from this. He'll leave his TP scroll behind, start bringing that back to the base. Juggernaut will take out the tier 2 tower in the bottom lane.
Destroyed.
Disruptor just doing a little bit of de-warding. He'll TP home. Doesn't look like Infamous is ready to try to break high ground with no Batrider for another 20 seconds. They'll have to buy a little bit of time. Try to keep the waves pushed up as best they can. Lincoln Sphere actually comes out from the Puck now. That'll help deny that lasso a little bit. BKB now completed for the Invoker. $800 gold up for the Lone Druid after completing the Assault Cuirass. We'll see what he wants to go for next. Probably time to start stacking on the damage. See if he goes for like a Molmir or just raw MKB damage or what exactly he wants to do. Disruptor sitting at 1,800 gold, has a good sorry about that. Wraith King still has that singular point booster. I still think this is going to be a Aghanim Scepter. He's just 700 gold away from completing it. Needs to save for buyback right now. And another 100 gold he can get one piece of his Ags and still have the money for a buyback if needed. Rod of Atos now completed for the Skywrath Mage. Vengeful Spirit working towards a Glimmer Cape of her own. Invoker, no sign of what he's going for next. Juggernaut has an Ultimate Orb, just going for a Scotty next. Tusk going for a Lotus Orb, just needs the Perseverance, which he'll have at about 500 gold. Batrider, Plate Mail, probably going for a Shiva's Guard. Puck blinks forward, orbs back. Batrider deep into the base, gets silenced before he can actually get that lasso out onto the Skywrath Mage. It'll cost him his life. Wraith King will go down to that EMP. Didn't quite have the mana to deal with that one. Dream Coil comes out from the Puck, catches the Tusk, who is then swapped out by the Vengeful Spirit. We'll see Tusk snowball back in, trying to make a go onto these heroes. So far, only the Wraith King dead. He bought back.
It was an accident, I bet.
And he's back at the front of this engagement, chasing down the Invoker, who is ghost walked along the woods here. He's out home free. They won't catch him. So with that buyback, it's only about 1,000 gold advantage towards Not Today, but it is still an advantage their way. Wraith King loses a lot of gold towards his BK, or towards his Aghanim Scepter, but has the extra 1,000 gold still, so yeah, he can get it another 1,700 gold. We'll see if that's what he actually wants to do. With those kills, Not Today, just trying to push down this top lane as fast as they possibly can. They'll spot out the courier there, won't be able to catch it. Orb of Venom completed for the Juggernaut. He's just going for a Scotty, like I said. Undred Bear arrives at the tower, quickly is working through the tower. They'll pop the fort, and then we'll see all of Infamous back alive, giving chase onto Not Today. They'll see the puck move out, don't have a gem up on this Invoker, so they won't be able to catch the Disruptor as he runs up to the high ground. He'll TP out underneath the protection of his Glimmer Cape. Alacrity up on this Invoker, working through a stack of Ancients. Everyone from Not Today back in their base area, just trying to play it as safe as possible for right now. $2,200 gold up on this Invoker. Has the Aegis right now. We'll see what he wants to buy after finishing off the Aegis. Lincoln Sphere completed for the puck. Another 1,600 gold. Has his hand in minus. That'll be 2,000 gold in a minute. Alright, Aegis is gone from this Invoker. They weren't able to get anything done with it.
I'll take that as tribute.
So pretty much a wasted Roche. But Not Today doesn't get it, I guess. Juggernaut actually moving around in the back lines here. He feels pretty tanky. He completes the Eye of Scotty. He's going to be caught out by the Wraith King, who decides not to go for him. Fuel Scepter coming out for the Wraith King. Just trying to get more mana, a little bit of regen. Dream Coil came out from the puck. Looks like they just forced the Tusk out. He might have snowballed out to break it as well. Forge Spirit dealing a little bit of damage onto the puck. Nothing really to worry about right now. Infamous isn't going to try to break high ground with no Aegis and no pickoffs, I wouldn't imagine. Making it go onto the Wraith King here. He will go down. EMP will land just in time. And he won't be able to pop that Reincarnation. Really having some trouble up against the Invoker. Not really a great Wraith King game, as the Invoker can just get rid of all your mana. And then the Juggernaut illusions can always burn off plenty with the Diffusal Blade. Alacrity up on this Juggernaut, chewing through this tier 3 tower as the rest of Infamous makes it go in the top lane here. Juggernaut keeping him as distracted as possible. Pops the BKB, making it go on to Disruptor. Disruptor will go down momentarily, most likely. And they'll actually turn this fight around. Juggernaut will pop the spin, trying to get away. BKB up from the Invoker, jumps to the front of the fight here, trying to buy as much time as possible. Glimpse out from the Disruptor onto the Juggernaut. That'll be the death of the Juggernaut. Wraith King's dead again. We'll see the Invoker go down. So far it's a 4 for 1 going the way of Not Today. That's a mega kill for the Skarath Mage. Sitting at 1,900 gold now. We'll see what he wants to buy next. That's a 10-second BKB charge for the Spirit Bear. Not really sure what was going on there. That was definitely the wrong button to push at the time. We'll see Boots of Travel come up from the puck. Lotus Orb completed for the Tusk. With that fight, was about 4,000 gold in advantage of Infamous. Now it drops down about 3,000 in advantage probably. Melee racks did go down in the mid. No racks is down in the top. Puck Boots of Travel over towards this Bat Rider, trying to make it go onto him. Throws him up with the Yule Scepter. Doesn't have the Dream Coil just yet, so he'll have to just let that one go. Wraith King, I guess he sold that that point booster. Working towards a Yule Scepter now. Disruptor now is a point booster, just 200 gold away from completing his Aghanim Scepter. That'll really shut down this Juggernaut and the Invoker. They should let him have this last hit here. Alright, that's the Aghanim Scepter for the Disruptor. That'll shut down the Juggernaut and the Invoker. Assuming he can catch one or two of them, that's a dead hero because they won't be able to pop that BKB to survive. Lone Druid just has a Spirit Bearer in the mid, trying to keep this wave pushed out as much as possible. Juggernaut thinking about going on to the puck. Puck will blink out before he can make any sort of play. Vengeful Spirit, Tusk, and the Bat Rider up here in the jungle, just hunting. They might see the Lone Druid as he enters the lane. See if they want to work their way over towards that. Doesn't look like they will. Smoke up from the side of Not Today. They'll run smack into the Vengeful Spirit and the Tusk. Static Storm comes out. Juggernaut pops his BKB before he runs into the Static Storm. However, that'll be a dead Wraith King. He'll pop the Reincarnation and be back alive in just a second. Bat Rider already dead. He buys back into the game. No one on either side after that. See the Wraith King go down for the second time almost instantly. Spirit Bear dealing heavy damage onto the Juggernaut. Swap comes out from the Vengeful Spirit trying to get him home. Glimpse comes out from the Juggernaut now. That'll put him closer to the rest of the team. Puck buys back. He went down to the Invoker in the back lines there. So far, a 2-for-1 going the way of Infamous. Lone Druid about to go down to the Bat Rider. Is able to take out the Bat Rider. In the meantime, that's a dieback for the Bat Rider. Puck chasing this Tusk has the Lotus Orb right now. He'll have to play that one a little bit safely. Puck has actually bought back here. He can't really make a play onto this Invoker by himself, especially with that Orchid up on the Invoker. Invoker, however, decides to back out. So across the map, that's a 5-for-4. 5-for-5 with a... I missed it. 5-for-5 with a buyback coming out on either side. The only person who didn't die throughout the entire engagement was the Invoker. And he now completes a Octarine core with another 1,800 gold. And he is at the top of the net worth board now. Lone Druid, 1,800 gold, has the Vladimir's completed. Give the graph a second to update. It's going to jump about 5,000 gold in advantage of Infamous after that fight. So unfortunately, Not Today was not able to get that off as cleanly as they wanted. That buyback from the Bat Rider really turned the fight back towards Infamous as he was able to boots travel right back into that. Invoker and Bat Rider in the bottom lane. Disruptor stalking him in the side here. As the Glimmer Cape banging him Scepter. You'll have to be careful he doesn't get spotted out. DD up on this Invoker. Now, if he can catch somebody, they're dead. Won't be able to find anybody. We'll see most of Not Today working this way. They should know the Roche is up, so they'll have to make sure they defend this one. Glimmer Cape up from the Disruptor. They'll move forward, drops the Static Storm onto the Invoker, able to catch the Invoker. Snowball will save him. Lotus Orb up on Tusk. That'll prevent any sort of shenanigans onto him. Wraith King goes down at the start of the fight. Now followed up by the Skywrath. Skywrath buys back. He'll TP in as close as he can. Invoker does go down. So far a 2-for-1 going the way of Not Today. Now it's a 2-for-2. Buyback comes out on the Invoker. He's heading back into the game. Sunstrike comes out, and that'll be the death of the Wraith King for the second time. And then we'll see the Skywrath Mage go down to the Juggernaut. Invoker moving back in. He'll help finish off this Roshan. Guardian Greaves comes out from somebody. I assume he was on the Tusk. Yeah, Guardian Greaves on the Tusk. Invoker will come in, puts the Alacrity on himself. Since he bought back, I imagine he will take the Aegis. Yeah. So the Bat Rider will head up toward the top lane. Start to push that out, trying to counteract this Spirit Bear. And Juggernaut actually, on his own, took out the mid lane ranged racks. He'll head towards the top. Has a couple creeps. Won't be able to finish off that racks before he has to fight backdoor protection. However, it doesn't look like he's too worried that he will be able to take out this melee racks. He does a lot of damage right now. Decides to leave the melee racks for right now. He could turn and finish it off if he really wanted to. He'll take out the range racks. 2 more hits will finish off the top set of racks. They stun the Illusion, who is killing the Wraith King right now. Juggernaut doesn't have the Omni Slash up right now. Won't dive onto this Wraith King. That's 2 full lanes of racks going the way of Infamous. Juggernaut will kill off the Disruptor momentarily. Pops the Glimmer Cape, he'll get away. Static Storm forced out for that. He actually gets really low. They'll glimpse him back. He won't get the spin off in time. That's a dead Juggernaut. Overstayed his welcome a little bit long there. Invoker is about to go down. Has an Aegis up, however. Skywrath Mage will survive long enough to drop a Mystic Flare if he wants onto this Invoker, who gets rooted instantly. Mystic Flare goes out, and that's a dead Invoker for 120 seconds. And now this is where Not Today really needs to earn their keep. They need to rush directly down the mid and try to win. Wraith King will catch out the Bat Rider, glimpse up on the Bat Rider. He'll fall right back into the Lone Druid and instantly eaten by the Spirit Bear. Continuing the Death Ball, they have 40 seconds before the Juggernaut is up. He has a buyback, however. They need to try to force the buyback. Unfortunately, there is a tier 2 in their way in all the lanes, so they won't be able to counter Megas. They'll have to go right for the throne or just kind of play it safe. 20 seconds for the Juggernaut's up, 70 seconds for the Invoker is up. Bat Rider has the buyback in a minute, so he won't be up. They're just going to have to fight through a Juggernaut here, who will probably just let our lane Arax go, being as they're up 2 lanes. Still 60 seconds before the Invoker can rejoin the fight. Juggernaut's about to respawn in 5 seconds. He'll have 2 lives. They're actually going straight for the tier 4s. They have 50 seconds to work through this. They'll be able to do it. They're just going to have to kill off the Juggernaut for a second time. Puck buys a Dagon 5, looking to explode this Juggernaut. Gets saved by the Snowball. Snowballed out of the Static Storm. Popped up in the Yule Scepter. Ancient Scepter up. He pops the BKB. Looks to turn this fight. Destroys the Wraith King. Has the Omni Slash ready to go. Omni Slash falling through. Lone Druid still alive. Pops the Savage Roar to slow things down from the Juggernaut for right now. Puck doesn't have the Dagon with him yet. It's about to arrive. If they can kill off this Juggernaut, they'll just got to kill him one more time. 12 seconds until the Invoker's back up. Got the Ancient down to half HP. Didn't finish off either racks. That was a play. Didn't really work out for him. They end up feeding 5,000 gold the way of Infamous. Juggernaut back in their base. Just starting the split push. Buyback from the Wraith King. Buyback from the Lone Druid. Mission accomplished from that Juggernaut. He would have taken out the whole base. With that, things will be about 3,000 in advantage of Infamous. Up 2 lanes of Rax. A Wraith King and a Lone Druid could normally deal with that. This Wraith King, unfortunately, is just friggin' dirt poor. Has a Yule Scepter, something I really don't want to see on a Wraith King. He's going to die instantly. Lotus Orb back onto himself. Puck jumps in, drops the Dream Coil onto 4. Static Storm comes out. Won't be able to kill anybody just yet. Need to try to kill this Juggernaut. Juggernaut gets saved by the Snowball for right now. Juggernaut's still not dead. Disruptor trying to do as much damage as possible. Lone Druid about to go down. If he dies, he is out of the game for another probably 2 minutes. Mystic Flare comes out, and that's the end of the Juggernaut. Juggernaut bites back. Lone Druid still dead for 110 seconds. Juggernaut Boots of Travels back into this game. Puck has the Dagon ready to go. Hasn't actually thrown it out on anybody just yet. He's about to go down. As soon as he falls from this tornado, he will be dead. Invoker cleans up the Puck. Skywrath Mage goes down. And that is GG coming out from Not Today. Was a pretty back and forth game. 49 minutes, 93 kills. That's what you like to see from South American Dota. Once again, I am Opinion Engineer. You can find me on Facebook at An Engineer's Opinion. You can find me on YouTube at An Engineer's Opinion, as you likely have figured out. And you can find me on Twitter at